Peter or whatever.
Yeah.
And then put the colon after that, that's correct?
No.
No. So what, give me a correct one.
Okay.
There you go, Mark.
Wait, clarification, when you say, with, a colon, do you have to look after the colon for it to be?
Just before.
Oh.
Only before. Just before. That's it. Go to page 10. Very timely example.
Oh, you said what? Page 10.
Page 10 in the rule packet.
Rule packet.
Right? Mark wants an actual example of when it's correct. Okay? Charlie Sheen dropped a bombshell on the media today. He revealed to the world that he has HIV. Right? That's not so funny. But, right? That, everything before the colon is a complete sentence. I could put a period there. Okay? The thing that comes after has to be important. It's got to be something that I'm looking to highlight. Is that clear?
Did you just make this?
Why would you put a
You
colon
just
there?
recently.
Yeah, I made this yesterday.
Oh, all right.
Why would you put a colon there though?
Okay, because here's what a colon does. It's not about is it correct or incorrect because I could put a period there. It's about my intention as the writer and style. I put a period there because it's really like putting Broadway bulbs around it, right? That's that announcement is a big deal. Not every famous person comes out every day and says, hey, listen, I got HIV. That's a big deal. So because it's a big deal, yeah, yesterday, I'm putting the colon there to tell the person, hey, look what happened. All right? That's the reason. It's stylistic. What's that?
I said he has no style, so he should put a colon.
Talk about him.
Okay.
So why couldn't you put a semicolon?
He's right, the big guy.
Because it's two complete sentences in this one.
Yeah. Just listen. Yeah, exactly. You could, right? A semicolon, here's what a semicolon does, all right? A comma says, not really important, right? Just a little bump in the road. Just hear me out. Okay, style, not about actual structure. Not important. All right? It's okay, whatever. A semicolon says, hey, these two ideas are related to each other. So why would I put a period there and start a new sentence? Okay? A colon says, doesn't matter if you got two complete sentences, I just need one complete sentence. The thing that comes after obviously has to relate to the sentence before it, but the thing that comes after is so important. That's why I put the colon. It's like saying, hey, it's me, all right? Feel like Beetlejuice popping out, okay? It's like, that's what it does. Semicolon doesn't do that. Semicolon just says these two things they dance together, okay? That's it. That's colons. Do you want to do semicolons?
Yeah.
Might as well we're doing it.
Break, no.
While we're on the topic.
Okay.
I'm tired.
All right, 33. The library is open 24 hours until finals are over. However, it is still closed on Saturdays.
No. No, however.
What can I do?
However, not you go.
I can't do comma, however, comma. I
Get it out.
can't do that. I can take it out, but what could I do with this comma instead? I put the semicolon there, okay? And in place of that comma, that's where the semicolon goes, just like that. Don't put the colon for that. That's not how you do it, okay? This comma here becomes, guys, please listen, I'm starting to get pissed, right? That comma becomes a semicolon. That comma is cool. Why? It's introductory. It's an introductory word. Do you have a question, Chris?
Oh, no.
So this one will be correct. I like snakes, semicolon, however, comma, my brother is terrified of them.
Yeah. That's correct.
I would never write it that way, but I guess you're saying it's style. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What's up?
Do you have to capitalize the word after the semicolon?
No. The word that comes after the semicolon is never capitalized unless it's a proper noun. So like somebody's name. Okay? It also can't be a fanboy's conjunction. So I couldn't write but. They say instead of writing however in 44 now I'm doing, you just look on the board, it's stuck, right? I couldn't write Bob arrived at his attorney's office, semicolon, but the attorney was not ready to meet him. Okay, how come? What rule is that when I'm combining two complete sentences with a coordinated conjunction? Fanboys, okay? That would be fanboys. So because that would be fanboys, I don't do it. It can't be semicolon but, it has to be comma but, okay? Now, this, correct or incorrect, as it is written? Bob arrived at his attorney's office. Could that be a complete sentence?
Yeah.
Yes. Bob is my subject, arrived. Where did he arrive? Completes the thought. The attorney was not ready to meet with him. Is that a complete sentence?
Yeah.
Yeah. Two complete sentences, right? Closely related to each other. Combine them with a semicolon. Okay? What's up, Jen?
Do you take out however if you use a semicolon, or you still leave it there?
You can have it there. You don't need it there.
Okay.
Okay? Lynn?
Could you put a period, however?
Yes. You could always do that. Rach?
Got it, Mark?
No, I asked.
I think I got it.
You got
Got
it?
it?
All right.
Be semicolon all over my paper.
How about this one? What can't you do? Haley, what did I say you can't do? 53? Oh, sorry, 54. 54.
You can't comma, however, comma.
I can't comma, however,
Or I
comma.
was just looking at it.
That's okay. I can't comma, however, comma when it's combining two complete sentences. Let me be very clear on that, right? I've got two complete sentences here. Just trust me, they're too long for you to read right now. Right? Two complete sentences, comma, however, comma. That is always correct. I need to have a semicolon here if I'm going to combine them. Yeah, Rachel.
Oh, if we're gonna combine them, but if you didn't want to combine them, you could just do a period and have
Yeah.
however, still do the comma after that.
You got it. That's exactly right.
Well, how about when you're writing, like a legal writing, you use the colons and semicolons and numbers? Is that a special
Yeah,
rule?
that's different. That's like, that's with lists and statutes.
Yeah.
So most of the time you just copy what the statute says. Right?
So there's no rule with that then?
What?
Kind of do as you may,
Oh, gotcha.
okay? Semicolons, colons are done. We either have evil commas in the last half hour or apostrophes, which we've done last class. So I think I'd rather go over some commas.
How many questions will the apostrophe thing be? I mean, not the semicolon and colons, like two?
I tried, I don't want to say because I don't want you holding to it, all right? There are big ticket items. The first four items I think we covered are big ticket items. Subject, verb, noun, pronoun, active, passive voice, and whatever the other one is. Okay. I'm going to ask you to read the comma rules now, all right? Even though,
The other one was dangling, right?
yeah, it was done, all right?
What do you call it?
Read the
Dangling?
comma rules. It starts on page 11.
You gotta slide it back,
What do you call it again? Dangling what?
Dangling modified.
Modified.
It's a 2 hour long thing. That wasn't mentioned in the email.
Are you guys getting stuff out of this?
Yeah, no, it's good.
Helpful? All right, good.
You can comment. You can comment everything. Huh? You want a date over there? Perfect shot. You got me.
Let me interrupt you. So when you see the word however, what am I testing?
Semicolons.
Semicolons. Okay?
Colons.
What are your 7 forms to be?
Is,
Are, was, were, be,
been.
Thank you. Now go.
Beep and go. Been.
Read, to absorb, like a sponge.
Commas. Where are the commas? What page we on? 11. Oh, here we go. Commas. Single comma. List of shit, right? Sure, got it. This is bedroom. Yeah. So, I'm done with it.
Guys,
Are there any other keywords like that?
I'll give them to you. That's
What are you looking at? What is it?
All right, we're in on.
What are you betting? NBA? You ready? Who you got? I don't know yet. I'm gonna figure it out. Who's your team? Who makes the plays? I think they need to get the shit. They look good, then. You saw the game last night? No, I didn't watch all of it. The rookie was on fire. The rookie. Last game I watched. Only was the Cavs game. Fucking outside.
This dog wanted to do this in your office. The dog is.
You know, like the old niggas?
You have that in your office? The dog's playing poker?
Is what
Oh,
balls.
yeah.
I don't like fish.
I need inspiration, so I just started looking at my wall. Like that makes sense.
That works.
Get them after this year. Last year was we didn't have real NBA players. What they win? 20? 17. Really?
At least you make them.
It's horrible. I could have played on that team.
I know, I'm boiling, I know. All right, did everybody get through non-restrictive? Yeah. You got through non-restrictive? Okay, I could not make it any easier for you.
What's the non-restricted?
Non-restrictive is on 13th line.
Oh, wow.
Wait,
Non-restrictive. The non-restrictive comma is on page 13. Okay, does which get a comma before it?
Yes.
Yes. Does the word that get a comma before it? No. Does the word who get a comma before it?
sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay? You gotta look and see if the who is limiting a group. So, in the example I gave you, I said I need a person who can lift 50 pounds to help me bring my dog to the vet. Okay? I need a person who can lift 50 pounds, right? I don't need any person. If you can't lift 50 pounds, I don't want your help because you can't help me. I need a person who lifts 50 pounds. I'm limiting person. So, knowing that, the who, does it get a comma before it? Or does it not get a comma before it? It does not, right? Because it's essential. I need it. Because it's limiting. If I said I met Roxanne, who was 20 years old then, when I was in college. Who's 20 years old? Do I care about who's 20 years old? No, I don't care about who is 20 years old. The main idea is that I met her when I was in college, right? The additional idea, the stuff that I'm putting in that's extra, is that she was 20. Now, I just make a small point because I don't want to confuse you at this point. That's as simple as non-restrictive commas get. That's what you need to know. You've got to put a comma before which, you don't put a comma before that, and you got to look at who, and you got to think of my examples and figure out, am I limiting a group, right? Or is it just really additional information? Understand? Okay. Now,
I think it's before a conjunction too.
what's that?
Always before a conjunction, right, in the list.
In a list.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so listen. Just because something is non-essential does not make it quote-unquote wrong. You can put non-essential information in a sentence. You just have to offset it with commas. It might pop up later on. It might be information the writer wants you to know. Okay? That's not for the exam, but I want you to understand that for when you're actually doing work. All right. Now, the other comma. Serial comma is when you've got your list. 1, 2, 3. A list is 3, not 2. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Comma between each item, including before the conjunction. A conjunction is a word that combines things, right? Your best conjunctions, or the ones that you see the most often rather, are the fanboys ones. The ones that come in the list really are and or. That's pretty much it. Okay? That's serial comma. That's really easy. Right? Next. Fanboys. Fanboys says what? For and nor, but, or, yet, so. Right? When you say one of those 7 conjunctions, and it is combining 2 complete sentences, you put a comma before the conjunction. If it is not combining 2 complete sentences, then you don't put the comma before it. Okay? And that is separate from the serial comma rule. All of these rules are separate. Do we understand? All right. The very last one is the introductory phrase, or clause, or word. The introductory word, phrase, or clause is not part of the main clause. In other words, it introduces the main idea. Okay? Therefore, if I had something like, Professor Giuliano is sitting at the desk, I wouldn't write Professor Giuliano, comma, is sitting at the desk. Because Professor Giuliano does not introduce the main idea that Professor Giuliano is a subject, she's part of the main idea, okay? She's not introducing something, she's part of it. All right, do we understand that? There are certain words that will trigger introductory phrases, right? After, as if, although, God, although, no although, okay? And the rest of them, I put them in there, while, when, right, all those things. ING words, why do I mention ING words? All of your dangling modifiers started off with introductory phrases, right? Every single one of them had an ING word in it. That's an introductory phrase. That's how I know. Are we clear?
Clear.
Okay, let's do some. You're going to look at 12 on these now. 12, 13, 14, the actual sentences. 12, 13, 14. Are you guys okay? You all right? Right away, in 12. What do I see in 12? First word, although. Can you put a comma directly after the word although? No, you cannot. That comma is incorrect. Although starts a clause. It's part of the whole clause. So if you see although, comma, you know that's wrong. All right? 13. What conjunction do I see in 13? Say it. And. Right? See the word and. And is what kind of conjunction? Fanboys. What does the fanboys rule say?
It's cool.
Two
Uh-huh.
complete
Shh.
sentences.
Go ahead.
If you combine two complete sentences, then you place a comma before the fanboys.
Good. Okay, good. I know what you guys are saying, but I just want one person at a time to keep classroom maintenance, all right? Yeah, two complete sentences, all right? Coordinate conjunction, comma's got to go before. You saw the examples that I gave you. I gave you two sentences, right, that were not combined. Two sentences that were not combined. Then I combined them with the conjunction, right? What does that mean? That means when you get to 13, when you look at the words that come after the and, it should be a sentence on its own, right? So if I take out everything, if I take it out, including the and somebody walked up to you and said, decided to put the jail on lockdown, would that be a complete sentence? Would you understand? No. Okay? So should that comma in 13 be there? No, because it's not combining two complete sentences. The and is not combining two complete sentences. Okay? 14. The judge who arraigned the defendant released him on his own recognizance. In the note, I tell you, the defendant has encountered more than one judge. Okay? Now, got to think about this. One judge, right, who arraigned the defendant released him, right, who arraigned the defendant, rather, if there's one judge, would that be additional information, or would that be essential information if there's one judge? Additional, right? If there's one, I'm not limiting a group, right? If I only have one, there's no group. So I'm not limiting anything, right? I only have one. So anything additional, right, to the main idea. The main idea is the judge released him on his own recognizance. That's the main idea. The additional information is who arraigned the defendant. Okay? Now, if I have more than one judge, right, more than one judge, and I want to tell you specifically what judge I'm talking about, now is who arraigned the defendant important or not important?
Yes.
Important. Which means, do I keep the comma or do we get rid of the comma?
Get rid of
I
it.
get rid of it. Okay? That's the hardest comma question you'll come across on the exam. Right? It's the comma with the who before it. Because you got to think. If it's one, right, more than likely, the commas should be there. There should be two. Right?
If it's one.
If it's one, the commas should be there. Why? Because it's just additional.
It's
I can't limit
additional,
anything.
so you can cut it out if you really want.
Right. If there's more than one, then the commas should not be there.
Okay.
Okay?
And you, like you said, on this, you